Yo, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Brew podcast. I'm Tommy T,
I'm Artika, and
and
this is Quad crawling across chairs.
Card is doing his best rendition of parkour.
Is that what you call it?
Yes. Um, I don't get it, man. Okay, sir, sit down, man. Sit down. Um, man, these kids are so distracting to me. I feel like something in my eye.
And you want more.
Yeah, but they'll be older, so
It still is another one that'll be distracting.
not to me.
These are distracting, but somehow another one wouldn't be.
Because they distract each other.
It is not working now.
Yeah. Okay.
Anywho, good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Quad woke up this morning banging on his door. I opened his door and told him to go downstairs. He just stood at the top of the steps and just yelled, "Dad."
Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
Obviously, because you had earbuds in.
You know. Well, at that point, he came downstairs. I ain't have earbuds in.
I told him like 3 times, just go down there.
Mhm.
Finally, he
He went down.
came on downstairs. Then he came back upstairs and he wanted to nestle his ear against my face.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but there is no comfortable position that you can lay in and have somebody's ear stuck to your face.
Mm-mm. I didn't know
No,
that.
he the only one that wants another one, Hugh, but I'm not having no more kids.
Yeah.
I gave my best effort twice. Lily,
Yeah, Lily's up too, guys.
please stop.
Anyway, we had a great week this week, man. Halloween was this week.
Lily's first kindergarten field trip that quad crash was this week. What else? Oh, we met Princess Tiana this week.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
That had to be a cool experience for her. That made me think about when I was a kid, like what cool experiences did I have? The only one that comes to mind is when I met and I wasn't small
Lily.
like her.
Please stop.
And I wasn't small like her, but when I met Eddie George um at a football game,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then I met some of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers players when I went to a deep sea fishing
Lily doesn't
excursion.
remember the first NBA player she's
Yeah,
met. Like he actually held her.
yeah.
She don't remember none of that.
But I think those are cool experiences to have, and like pictures taken and stuff like that. Just you think about it for her experience. She's like Princess Tiana. And I got to meet Princess Tiana.
She was like, "Why she not in her dress?" I said, "Sometimes she wears regular clothes too, Lily."
But just the imagination of a child and getting to see the joy.
You
that it
didn't see the
brings us.
joy of all the moms.
No, I didn't.
The moms had far more joy
Oh yeah,
than the little girls. The girls were elated, don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But it was the mamas that was in there.
But I can see that from the mom's perspective too, because the mom had to grow up without having this princess.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get to see their child grow up with this princess. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because I mean, like, that's amazing.
It is.
Good morning, cousin.
They did
Again, congratulations.
they did a Q&A with her. And of course the kids were asking questions like, what was it like to kiss a frog?
Yeah.
But
What was her answer to that?
she was like, it's disgusting. She definitely was like in and out of Tiana and Anika.
Yeah.
But one of the moms asked her, how did it feel being chosen to be the first Black princess? And she was like, it's not something that you understand when you agree to it.
Yeah.
She was like, did I think 15 years after this movie came out that I would, one, be writing a book,
Morning, Cody.
two, have a ride in a restaurant
Yeah.
And
Does she have any parts of the
they're
restaurant?
still using her voice and
Oh, okay. So
everything.
she gets paid off of
Yeah.
all that. Oh, okay.
But she's like, I didn't think I would have two restaurants. I didn't think that there would be rides in Disney that feature me. She was like, to see all these little girls running around here dressed like a character that I portrayed. She's like, it's wild. I never thought that 15 years ago. And when I thought about it, like 15 years ago, she was exactly how old I am now
Yeah.
because she's 52 now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy to
Yeah.
think that like you're 37-year-old. So that's when the movie came out. So she agreed to it probably 33
Yeah.
ish. But I'm like, it's wild to see that that's how far this has come. And like,
Morning, D.
I was excited to see all the different variations of
Yeah.
Tiana because there
Yeah.
was like the little girl dressed in the Tiana suit. Lily had on the Tiana dress. Like I took me and a couple of moms took pictures of all of our little girls together because they had on the exact same Tiana dress.
Yeah.
But there were so many variations of that too. And like she signed the book as like she said to Princess Lily from
I still
Princess
ain't seen that.
Tiana. It's in
Yeah.
upstairs. From Princess Tiana,
Good morning,
aka
Elisa.
Anika.
Yeah.
So it's like she even is still in character, even in the signing. But she talked to Lily, tried to give her a hug. I was like, no, she's not giving hugs.
Right. No
Nobody else has
hugs.
gotten a hug.
No hugs.
Um, but
No
she
pictures.
she talked to them and we got to take the pictures. My phone almost died because I didn't charge it in between field trip and going to meet her,
Yeah.
except for the little charging that it does on the drive over.
Yeah.
But pretty cool experience. I'm actually gonna go visit the bookstore that put on the event
Hmm.
because they did it in collaboration with the library. And the bookstore is not that far from us. So one of those things I'm gonna try to get out and do and check out because they do a lot of kid focused events
Oh yeah.
like that.
I didn't know that. That's cool, man. But no, just being able to, and I've been talking about my kids all week
Mm-hmm.
about like them dressing up, how cute they look. Little Chase back here on the case.
He just looked at me and said,
But no, like just the fun that they have in dressing up and everything. Because like for me, Halloween and costumes and dressing up, like I grew out of, I feel like fairly fast.
mm-hmm.
Watch what you're doing, man. You see that cord? Okay, good job.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I grew out of it fairly fast,
Mm-hmm.
and like even today, I don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, I ain't gonna say I don't like it, but it's like I probably, unless y'all ask me to,
I, of
I'm not gonna
course,
come up with it.
as you saw, didn't go out in character at all. I wore my Boo Crew shirt that I made us for the pumpkin patch last year
Yeah,
and put on some Disney ears.
yeah,
I was excited about those though, because I've made this decision that we're going to Disney in October at least once
yeah,
because the entire month of October is Halloween. And I was like, I'll be ready.
yeah. That's funny. Uh, but no, like
I wasn't gonna buy them ears at full price though. That was
I
$30.
always think about how Halloween has changed from when we were kids to when like them being kids, because we went to Hallelujah night.
They did too.
No, I mean they went to Hallelujah night.
No, I
We
did too.
went to I didn't go to Hallelujah night. We went trick or treating. And when I
Hallelujah
stopped
night.
going trick or treating, I stopped like really just doing Halloween.
Fun fact: my mother has never taken me trick or treating.
Mm,
The only trick or treating that I ever did was up and down my grandparents' street, and I don't know if you remember because you've only been over there once. The street is a dead end,
yeah,
and there was probably maybe 22, 23 houses on that street at best.
yeah,
And we went up and down the street. We knew all those people, and my aunt would take me to,
yeah.
like up and down that street.
Like oh, go
But I
ahead.
dressed up every year and I went to Hallelujah night every year because my mom ran the bobbing for apples thing,
Yeah,
which COVID has taken away from us.
yeah. Yes, it has.
But even the evolution of Hallelujah night is wild because the church that we go to Hallelujah Night at had a ride this year. Like they had
Mm-hmm.
real, like it was like a fairgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they had the little ski ball things where it's the race and you win a prize.
Yeah.
It was just a lot going on. Lily cheated at mini golf.
She did. She did.
Kawhi was knocking over her tower blocks in the Tyler
That's
area.
all he wanted to do.
It was a lot, but I was happy that they had that much. It was just too much excitement for me for a school night.
Yeah. Uh, but not like the change for me, and it came from like people started doing stuff to the candy,
Mm-hmm.
like which is, I always thought was why would you do this to candy?
Right.
You know.
That's true. They still doing that now though. Like they telling people
Do
it's a pagan holiday. You're going to hell putting on a costume.
Do you ever think about like the origins of like certain holidays? Like I
Yeah,
know
I
the
have.
origin of
Leave her alone. She.
I know the origin of Thanksgiving. Know the
Mm-hmm.
origin of Christmas. I don't know how they got the date. How they it's the 25th. But I don't know the origin of Halloween. I don't know the origin of Valentine's Day. But I think it's cool to see the little kids, and especially it was funny when we went to the Hallelujah night,
She just ran clean into that light.
and people dressed up or completes the crew with the Paw Patrols. Cause we seen Marshall.
Yeah, we did see Marshall.
Go wash your face, man. You got food on your face. Go wipe your face. We had Sky and Chase, and then we
Mm-hmm.
saw Marshall. We
Mm-hmm.
saw another Sky.
Mm-hmm. The Skies got excited to see each
Yeah,
other.
they did.
They were both like, "You're Sky. I'm Sky. Hug."
And Chase was just like on the case everywhere. It
Yeah.
was so funny. Go wipe your face with a paper towel. Get a paper towel.
Chase was on the case looking for some candy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Candy.
He had his bucket. He looked like a gross sister holding up his bucket like this, waiting on somebody to give him some candy. But
I tell you the truth though, I've been going through that candy.
you and me both. You see us a bucket in our
Well,
room.
that's just terrible. I at least come down and get it.
Nah, I was just like, every time I walk downstairs, she'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna just take this
She said this
upstairs.
is for me.
I don't even want everything that's in there. I'm just like, I'm tired of being questioned in my house.
You hit a quad. Mine.
Tired, tired of being questioned in my house.
Oh man.
It is a parent tax. Yes. Okay. So I said, let's go.
That is too funny, man. But nah, it's just cute to see them dress up, and everybody get into it too.
Mhm.
That's the cutest thing. At work, they gave me almond joys. Like, hold on, I didn't know so many people hated on almond joys. Almond joys
I
are
don't like
good.
almond joys or mouse.
Let me tell you how backwards I am, though. So I used to get the almond joys. They come two in a pack.
I didn't know that because I
Yeah.
don't eat them.
And mounds are almond joys without the nut.
Mm-hmm. Remember we sang the jingle?
Yeah, we did. So when I was a kid and I first started eating the almond joys, how did she? What did? Like,
I don't know.
good
Tommy.
God.
I'm sitting right here just like you.
When I was a kid and I started eating almond joys, I would spit the almond out. Like I would chew it off, like bite it to where it's off, and I would chew it. And now I eat the almond, and
That's
it's
mine.
good.
Do you want it? Okay.
Why she just come over here like who's that?
Oh.
Man, almond joys are so good, but man, they was hating so hard on me at work. I was like, well, this is what y'all do: buy the pack that has the almond joys and just drop them on my desk, and y'all don't have to give me because they was giving out candy, like
Oh.
little pumpkins and candy.
I
I was like, skip the pumpkin, just drop the almond joys on my desk, and you know what they did? That.
I did not do anything like specifically with candy. Like when I was picking out the candy for
Yeah.
the school's trunk or treat,
Good
I was
morning,
just like, "Where's the cheap bags of candy?" And BJ's had like $3 off coupons on some of the bags.
Lily. You tell everybody good morning.
They said good morning. They said good morning. See, it says morning, Lily.
You say good morning.
I
What was you say?
didn't care about what candy. Usually, I'm like, get the candy that I want. But this was my first year actually like giving out candy in any capacity.
Yeah.
So with me not like not having a thing,
Yeah.
I was just like, give me the cheapest candy. BJ's had $2 or $3 off coupons on candy. I was
Hmm.
like, those are the bags I want.
Yeah.
So those are the bags I bought. I know next year if I do trunk or treat, which I probably am gonna end up doing, we rationing our candy like they were at the church.
Yeah. Everybody get two. I was
Hmm.
just like three is good.
One lady was giving out those little bitty the individually wrapped Reese cups,
Yeah.
and she was only putting two of those
Oh
in a
yeah.
thing at trunk or treat.
That's
I
funny.
was trying to figure out how she never ran out of
The
candy.
small ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Or do candy bags.
The lady that did Ella's mama did coffins with
Yeah.
candy in them, and she ran out of coffins
Oh yeah.
because there's no way to determine how many kids are going to show up
Yeah.
because it's open to the whole school.
Well, enough about this Halloween stuff. We had a good time, and the kids enjoyed it, and all that. I hope you guys and your kids enjoyed it too. But on to the important stuff. Thanksgiving is coming, and I'm ready. I've been working out. I've been hitting my circles on my watch, and I've been having a good time doing it because I know Thanksgiving, I am about to pig out. Um, but the thing the thing that's always funny to me is why do people really be like, I'm finna put my Christmas tree up?
Um, apparently, I don't know how
That's a
accurate.
real thing. Like
I don't know how
November,
accurate this is.
like people be putting their Christmas stuff up like now.
So I'm gonna be.
I know the stores do it.
First of all, some stores have had Christmas up since July. Let's just start there.
Yeah,
Because I know I went to a store in September. No, late August, and I saw Christmas trees out. I think
yeah,
that was Hobby Lobby. But for me, decorating for Christmas is a joyful experience. Like, and I don't understand people that wait until like the week of Christmas to put up their tree. I'm like,
yeah,
all of that for me to marvel at it for a week. No, I need to come home and smile at my tree being lit up. I got it on the timer
yeah.
so that it
Actually, now it's on the smart.
there's still a time.
It's not
It's
technically.
it's time,
It's connected to the internet.
but it's time.
No, it's okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever.
um
However, do you feel?
I enjoy being able to like know that when I come in, the tree is going to be on. Now, I will preface this by saying we put up our Christmas tree either on Thanksgiving or on Black Friday. Those are the 2 days. We
Yeah,
always do it while watching The Preacher's Wife, but that's just my thing. However, I don't understand. People are like, y'all can't let Thanksgiving pass. What decorations are you putting up for Thanksgiving?
some people decorate for Thanksgiving.
What decorations do
They
you
put
put
they
up?
put a turkey, like a glass turkey, which I don't understand. They put
Not buying it.
it's fall decor.
Right. And some people I have seen leave some like Halloween slash fall stuff like pumpkins and stuff
Yeah,
out and kind of mix that in with the Christmas, and then the fall stuff just transitions out as you get closer to the date.
yeah,
But I if you want to have your Christmas tree up, do it. My cousin actually left her Christmas tree up one year like for like 2 Christmases straight, and she just changed the ornaments on it.
yeah,
She put up pink and red hearts when it came down to February for Valentine's Day. She put eggs and rabbits on it for Easter. Like she was just like, I'm gonna just change it up. It's
Just-
gonna be my season tree instead
yeah.
of my Christmas tree.
Okay,
I don't know what's going on here, guys.
man, I'm trying my best not to say nothing about it. Uh, but no, like for me, doing it after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Mhm.
It's just a tradition that reminds me of my grandma. And like even listening to like Christmas music while cooking Thanksgiving dinner is something that she did. It's equals judgment. It's something that she did, and so it's like tradition for me to do that. Like, it just reminds me of good places and a good time.
Mhm.
Seeing that Christmas is a lot different now, or Thanksgiving is a
Why do
lot
you think it's
different
a lot different now?
because it's I have a different position in it.
Oh,
Like,
like
and as
you
far as
take
like,
part in the cooking?
no, yeah, I'm the other cook.
Mhm.
Whereas I was just helping, or the taste tester as a kid.
Mhm.
When it come to Christmas, I was the person getting the gifts versus the person giving the gifts. The whole perspective of thing came full circle for me. You know, but I understand now the feeling that they had then. You know, like one Christmas, the Christmas my mom had breast cancer,
Uh-huh.
and she couldn't get a lot of stuff, but she kept saying, and I didn't understand why she kept, for your birthday, we're gonna, I'm gonna get you what you want for your, and stuff like that. But I had a good Christmas then, and bro, what are you doing, brother?
Deshauna, I want to evolve into that. Deshauna said my mama decorated the entire house for Christmas, including bedrooms and bathrooms. Guess who had to take all of that down? I don't decorate for Christmas now. My mom and I actually were talking about that recently because I was in Target looking at the Santa Claus mugs because
Yeah,
I want a black Santa mug.
yeah.
And I opted not to buy it while I was in Memphis because
They had it.
yeah.
Oh,
I opted not to buy it while I was in Memphis because I didn't want to have to transport it back home
yeah,
and risk it getting broken
yeah.
or being left at my mama's house. But I was telling her we were talking about the Christmas tree soap dispenser that she had. She said one year it got left out, not because I meant to leave it out, but because it's the amount of soap you have to put in it
Oh,
for it
y'all didn't
to
use all the stuff.
to officially dispense soap.
Yeah,
She was like, well, at that point, I wasn't going to try to pour the soap out. I was
right.
just
She
like,
just
we'll
gonna
use
use
this
the rest
until
of
it's empty.
it.
So she said it stayed out for a minute. It wasn't out the whole
Yeah,
year, but
yeah,
it was
yeah,
out for a while.
yeah,
And she was like, now I just don't use that soap dispenser because there's too much
yeah.
commitment.
Right, right. Way too much.
But I have honestly and truly, and Tommy's probably gonna roll his eyes at this. I've been looking at Christmas sheets and throw pillows for their rooms.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. I was like, maybe I'll buy them after Christmas this year
Yeah.
when they go on clearance.
Like, I don't be caring about that stuff. Like, I enjoy the decorations, and I'd be like, well, how can we do this? And I enjoy doing it. Just because it's for me, it's a traditional time. It's like something that I want the kids growing up, because I got an opportunity to do that. Like decorating the tree was a big thing for us in the house. Cooking Thanksgiving dinner was big. We don't have a lot of family here, so it's like we're not having huge dinners and stuff. But
He said women just be buying stuff.
right,
I haven't bought it yet, but
you see,
it's a very strong thought.
you see,
Don't walk into the Christmas lights.
now we ain't got to putting lights and stuff outside, and I think I'm gonna draw the line there. But
I believed if we lived in a neighborhood where like say the people on each side of us put out Christmas lights and the people across the street, Tommy would fall in line because he wouldn't want us to have the one house on the street that's dark.
yeah, because because my kids would be like, well, everybody else is not, like, I do everything for my kids. Like if they would like go crazy over like Christmas decorations, then by golly,
I think they would.
I'm gonna call
I'm
Hubert
just
and
not
Lance
doing
and be like, hey man, we gotta put up some Christmas lights.
He would be gonna be like, I know somebody. You don't.
Right, right. I'm gonna be like, man, I ain't finna spend money on that when I got y'all.
Um, I've been thinking about these sheets though for a few years, still haven't pulled the trigger. So it's just one of those things that I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But I will say this year, I've been wanting to get 2 trees to sit on my fireplace, and I think this is going to be the year that I find my tried to go out and get them last year, and I couldn't find two matching trees because apparently the stores are not getting large quantities of trees like they used to get. You know, it used to be a time where you go to the store after a holiday and there will be a ton of stuff still
Mm-hmm.
left from that holiday
Yeah.
and everything will be marked down. Well, they're not doing that now. So when I went to go, and this was on Black Friday last year, I went to the store about like 7 or 8 o'clock to go buy the mini trees, and I found one like spruce tree and one fir tree, and I was like, they don't match. So I left them at the store.
I just read what Sharon said. 5 trees.
Well, I mean, you think about it. If I get the two trees for down there plus the tree that we put up every year, that's three.
My
It's
whole
real
thing
easy to get
is
the five
my whole thing with buying more Christmas stuff is where we gonna put it?
in the shed. We're gonna build.
We building this or I'm building this and you just gonna put your name on
I don't just put my name on stuff that I didn't do.
it. Oh, speaking of putting names on things, um, I dropped 2 reels, or no, I did a reel, and my what is it, 100K challenge or
Mhm.
so
Did
from
you
a
get any new subscribers? I
I
mean, new
got one I
followers?
got one follower
Okay.
this week,
Okay.
and I
Well,
did.
we didn't plan everything out.
He
So
said we turned into hoarders in real time, right? Right. I'm not trying to be one, man. I'm trying to get rid of all of this stuff.
he wants to get rid of stuff and then turn around and be like, "Why did we throw this away?"
No, I don't. I
Yes,
do not
you
do
asked
that.
why did we get rid of the TV tray that I rebought
Well, I
for
couldn't
trunk or
understand.
treat?
I couldn't understand that.
Cause you threw it away,
I don't remember doing that.
but you did
Okay,
it.
whatever.
My little trees that I'm looking for are like 4 foot trees. They're not big at all. Our tree that we have now is like a 7 foot tree, not super large. Although we could put a much taller tree in this space, I'm not willing to do that. Cause who gonna decorate the top of it? I'm not trying to get on the step stool to decorate the top of my tree. But I'm not gonna get up to 5 trees, but I will have my two small ones for the den. Hey, hey, can you let her go? I have my two small ones for my den, and then my one big tree that all the gifts get to go under on Christmas Eve. That's something different too.
Well,
Growing up, my mom took us shopping for everything,
yeah,
and these guys still have the mystery
yeah.
of not
Hey,
knowing
man.
what's gonna be down there.
I know. Last Christmas, I got drunk putting that Christmas stuff together.
The tree any taller, and I gotta come over to decorate the top. Yep.
Right, right.
Either you gotta come over or we gotta put out the ladder.
I be
Okay,
putting
sit
that
down.
light out for everything too, man.
Okay, okay.
Um, what was I finna say?
I don't know.
Um, nah. So yeah, so I grew 1 plus 1.
Go
Why
put it
is
on your
that just
table.
out?
I was eating it.
I grew 1 follower this week
Okay.
thanks to my social media manager.
Well, we're gonna actively work on getting more things out this week. We got a lot of footage to work with that you've recorded
Yeah,
for, you know,
I need a new one of these.
some of the things. And we're just gonna work diligently to get
Why
it
don't you
all out.
take you and your brother upstairs?
Yeah, go watch Paw Patrol. Chase, go be on the case. Lily, go be Sky. I don't know what Sky's thing. Hey, hey. Go watch Paw Patrol. Go with Lily.
But yeah, man. So we getting into the nitty gritty of things. But yeah, um, this week, what happened? What were we talking about this week? Young Thug was released from prison this week.
After a
To,
year on trial.
a year on trial, which was the longest case they had for in Georgia
Ever.
ever. And then I don't know, man. Just take him upstairs with you.
Go
And
with Lily.
he got 15 years. Like the whole thing is like, golly.
So he was supposed to get 45 years. And with the 45 years, They gave him
Okay.
15 on probation, so he can't do
Come on, man.
anything during that 15 years, or he's gonna have to serve 20 in jail.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a
This the crazy part is like, man, that's just so they end the case.
hmm.
You know?
And Brian still didn't want him to end the case.
Right.
He was like, we still going. He probably know that young thug gonna get in trouble in that 15 years.
Who is Brian?
His attorney.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, like Hubert said, probation is jail without walls because anything can get you in trouble.
Being with the wrong people
Yeah.
gets you in trouble. The fact that he is putting on his costume.
Well, I don't know where your costume is, Lily. Um, it's like, man, like, okay, we're out of this court case and we don't have to do anything and but he has to move. I think he has to, yeah. I was just gonna say he has to leave Atlanta. Like, I don't know if that meant like the metro area or anything, but what?
That's fine. Can you go watch? Can you go upstairs?
Lord, do we stop,
Hey.
stop. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man. Lily, stop. Going upstairs. Man. I don't buy my costume. Go
it's
look.
Fine. You don't need it. Just come on.
But yeah, man, I thought like they had him in jail just wasting time because this case has been a mess. And then for this man to get 15 years probation, that's for me, that's not comfortable. 15 years, you gotta check in with people, you gotta make sure, like, if you go out of town, yeah, that's why I was reading. He can only come back for like funerals. He has to get approval to come back to the city. He can tour, like, do concerts and stuff in the city, but he has to get approval and then he has to leave immediately. Like, he has 24 hours to be in the city and it has to be approved. Um, what else did I read about that case? It was some other stipulation too. It was like certain people he could work with. Like I think they put in a stipulation for him to work
Gonna.
with Gunna, which I think Gunna's career took a hit because of the whole case. It's some other people too he can work with. A question that arose with me is it's like certain things he can't do, like certain phrases he can't say. I was like, social media is gonna get him in trouble. Like, that's gonna be one of the first things that get him in trouble is because people gonna take pictures.
His lyrics already got him in trouble.
Yeah. So
Please help her put that on so she can go.
my goodness, man.
um, it's definitely a lot to this 15-year probation. And he's never going to he's not going to feel free with that. And it's just like, that you get out of jail and you're going to be around the exact same types of people, even if it's not the same people, the same types of people, it puts you in a position to get in trouble again.
Wait till we finish it, then you can call it. No, what did I just say? We do this every Saturday, man. We just ask you to just chill for like 1 hour, and then you have all the time of the day. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go. No, 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 no. Go. Go.
Go in there with Quad.
Go. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna be right back.
What did you want to get to after this?
I just wanted the thing, and then we talk about DJ Envy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He will be in trouble all on a technicality. I don't agree with 15 years of probation, but all I know is Jeffrey better lay low and keep himself together. I used to see Young Thug quite a bit when I worked at this one jewelry store. And I never understood why people had to come to the jewelry store so much.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
It's a
not a
it's a
hangout.
it's a it's a look that you have to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
No, no,
look the
no.
part.
I understand looking apart, but that's coming in and making a purchase and leaving. They come in and be there for hours at a time. I'd be like, what are we doing here?
That's the jeweler. The jeweler wants them to come in and spend money. So why would you buy stuff from your friend or more so from a person you don't really have a like any type of contact? Because like certain jewelers, like I can't remember the jeweler for the
Jacob.
Jacob the jeweler.
Mhm.
Jacob the jeweler was I ain't gonna say a quote unquote friend, but he talked to them folks.
Mhm.
So
He did. It's been quite a few
what happened
lawsuits
with that?
on that particular jewelry store. There's been a lot of lawsuits with them.
Really?
Yes.
They jewelry fake?
No, the jewelry's not fake.
Yeah. Oh.
But
Oh, so they're still like on trial for this Rico?
yes,
I thought it was over.
the only person who's trying it's not the only person whose trial has ended is Young Thugs. And then the people who have plead out
Play
of
it out.
play it out, their things are over because they took their pleas
Yeah.
and they're currently in their sentencing.
But it's somebody saying not guilty.
No, no, no. It's not people that well, it is some people that are saying not guilty, but there's some people that are just like, I am not taking the deal that was offered.
Yeah.
Take me to trial.
All right, Mr. Biggs.
I'm curious to see what that's what I just read. But there's a lot
Mr.
with
Biggs
this,
in
and
the
it's like
show talking about the
I don't know what I would have done in that position. I'm obviously thankful that I'm not in that position. But when you think about if I mess up in year 14, I gotta go to jail for 20 years.
yeah.
At that point, you may as well have served your 40.
Yeah. Man, you know what's funny to me and what made me think about it is that I just sung the song. You can be like, what year did Mr. Big start his illustrious career?
Back in 1986.
What was the car that he chose to drive? Yeah, man, that's just it's tough being free and being able to move about the way you want to, but then every time you make a move or every person that you see, yeah, it's definitely gonna be something about this. Every person that you see, you gotta
Somebody's been working on this and collecting stuff.
yeah,
All they got to do now is send out the contracts to use people's likeness because they're gonna pull a lot of stuff from podcasters and um
yeah,
people covering on TikTok and all that stuff.
yeah. But it's like now and then he has to do community service, which is like stop the violence things and uh stop gang related stuff like that. Um his music is gonna change drastically
It has to.
because it's like, can I rap about this or can I say this or somebody has to do that.
He gonna have to go through his catalog and see what's safe to perform.
Hopefully he finds which is gonna be illegal, but hopefully he gets somebody that's like, man, I don't want to put you in jail. I don't want to have to do any other paperwork or anything like that. This is our relationship, and I'm gonna be your probation officer for as long as I can. I hope he finds somebody that's cool because I feel like he was unfairly treated throughout the case. I don't like at the beginning. I don't know, right? But throughout the shenanigans that they did in this case, to end it, okay, you take whatever plea you got to do. But I just feel like it wasn't a fair case because of who he was and that they were still trying to get their case together and it started falling apart. Bro, I don't have no dealings with probation
I
officer.
know
It's
one
just a dream and a
personally.
wish.
Look, I know one personally, and I don't be knowing what she be doing with her
It's just,
inmates,
like
or not inmates, but her people.
that's just something I don't want to have to deal with ever. And I hate it for anybody that does have to deal with it. But it is what it is on that, man. I know you just have to be extremely careful with what's going on.
Mhm.
You know.
And Cataway said he should move to Idaho and record remotely. I think that one of the bigger issues is going to be fame,
Yeah.
because when you've experienced that level of fame, you
Hmm.
still want to be
Like you
famous.
you experience that level of fame, that amount of
Access.
access and everything like that, and it's hard to give away.
Hmm. Because we people who have never experienced that, if we made a small percentage of the money that he has made, we be like, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go
Hmm.
do this, and I'm gonna be in my backyard. And
Yeah.
that will be it. He better call Kirk Franklin and do an album.
Yeah. I mean, like he got to do something, man. And it's like, what else can he do now that he has the access and he can get into these places?
Hmm.
But it's like, how do you pivot? And I always like watching the pivot because they talk about this point in time. Where do you make that turn?
Hmm.
You know. So how what does his pivot look like? Because we all know that he has to make one.
Hmm.
So um, talking about pivots,
They are definitely expensive.
yeah,
Going to court
yeah,
is
yeah, it
expensive.
is. Talking about pivots, I don't forgot. It's sometime this week. The Dodgers won the World Series, and the
Hmm.
pivot was inning 5. The Dodgers was down. I think it was the 5th inning
Hmm.
or something like that. But middle of the game,
Hmm.
the Dodgers was down 5-0,
Hmm.
and they won the game 7-6.
So I'm gonna tell you what's funny with this is that I knew of only one team that was in the World Series.
Yeah,
Could not have told you who they were playing
yeah.
against. And the only reason that I even looked to see what the series was at was because of DeMarcus.
Oh yeah,
He posted something about it on Facebook.
yeah,
And I was like, oh yeah, the World Series is going on. Now,
yeah.
when Atlanta was playing in the World
You was
Series,
looking a little bit.
I paid attention.
Yeah.
But this time around, I was like, it's a game going on. Who playing? Who all gonna be there?
Like the funny thing about me, I don't watch baseball, so it's like it's one of those sports that I just never was able to get into.
Hmm.
But I always keep up with who's the championship series, who's 1 and 2,
Hmm.
and like the WNBA. I kept up with them.
What's her name? Ellie, the
Yeah, the
elephant.
the elephant.
She be getting
Oh, she the man.
it.
Oh, she's yeah. But basically, what do you say?
Wow. Wait, this is funny. I have to show it to you. I can't show them because it's on my phone. In real life, look like an animal. Let me see. Can I get it up there? That's Squad sitting on his bed.
That's funny. Um,
Baseball is exciting when it has consequences. Regular season has way too many games.
yeah,
Yeah, they be like, we got to run in Pittsburgh 5 games. Like,
yeah. We
hey,
like, yeah, dog, man. All right.
this week.
And they play at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right, it's 5 games this week.
Yeah, but now, just congratulations to the Dodgers. But a bigger feat is that I didn't know about. Um, this makes Magic Johnson's 15th championship ring
Hmm.
that he's associated with.
I
He
was
got
about to
five.
say
He got
something
five.
very inappropriate,
What?
and I'm gonna hold it to
Oh
myself.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know the breakdown. I know he got 5 with the Lakers,
Hmm.
and I know he got 2 with the Dodgers
I'm
because
about
they
to look
won
it
like
up.
during
Magic
COVID, like 2020.
Johnson
I think it
championship
might be
rings.
a soccer team that he got one with, and I'm not sure.
I'm trying to pull it up.
But
Okay, he's got 15 total. Hold on. I just saw the
I
words
think
15.
that's pretty impressive for anybody to be that. You know,
One in college, 5 as an
that's
NBA
what it
player,
was.
and then 9 as an owner.
Yeah,
And then I don't know what the ownership ones.
yeah. I don't know what all they go to, but yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Dodgers, man, for doing that. I think the Yankees had let them like basically let the let them like win because they was doing stupid stuff. Um, Speaking of doing stupid stuff, you see how these transitions is writing themselves.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, DJ Envy, doing the dumbest thing I ever seen a parent do. Well, I ain't gonna say the dumbest thing, but I think it was fairly inappropriate.
It was very inappropriate. It was
Um,
like, okay, so
I don't
D,
know how old is his. How old was she, or is she?
I don't know. She looks like she like 8.
Yeah, no more than 10.
Yeah. But DJ Envy had his daughter dressed as Lil Kim from the Crush on You video. First off, lyrics of that song wildly inappropriate for a kid. I don't know why we was rapping them at that age, or like me, because that video used to come on the box all the time.
Man, I don't know. Like half the songs that
Oh, I
they,
know all the words of
yeah,
that song. All of
half
Lil Kim's verse.
half the songs that came on, we shouldn't have been listening to,
There you
singing
go.
back, or anything like that. Which for me it's okay. Like it's a song, you like it, sing it. You
Right.
know.
But the fact that they went, and I have to blame his wife as well,
Mm-hmm.
because this wasn't, because she was in the video too.
Oh yeah.
They had this girl dressed like wildly inappropriate to just be like, I'm cosplaying for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if you wanted her to do a Lil Kim parody video with all the colors, put the child on some clothes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I it's just the my issue was like do it, but do it privately.
Again, if you wanted to do it
Like,
publicly.
cause I mean, like maybe your child is wanting to be a singer or performer or whatever she wants to be, but protect this child as much as you possibly can.
Even if
And
you
you
wanted
know,
to do it publicly, I don't have an issue with the performance piece of it all, right?
and see that's what I was getting to. It's like, can we say that? It's for
I
me.
asked your cousin. I don't know the rules.
It's
And no
for
matter if I say a word, you gonna be like, and let me take it a step further and say the real word.
but it's like, man, it's predatory, and it's given. We already live in a society where people prey on children,
Uh-huh.
and to put a child in that position, I don't know if it's a video that he made of his child doing a Lil Kim rendition of it,
Mm-hmm.
and she was dressed up. You just explained it. She was
Yeah, I
dressed up
did.
in everything Lil Kim wore. My issue is not that they did it. My issue is they did it and then put it out. You know, it's like, hey, if this is what y'all decided to do to have fun as a family, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is what y'all decided to do. I'm pretty sure the child agreed to it because she knew the words.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, but there's certain things that I don't feel like should go on the internet.
MB has made a lot of public decisions
Yeah.
that you be like, so nobody in your house thought about this before y'all
Yeah,
did it?
like cause
And this is one of them.
cause it's like you think about little kids wearing like sports yeah, DJ Envy, he sure is lucky he ain't in jail. But you look at like the jerseys on sports with athletes, like
Mm-hmm.
uh and stuff like that. And it's like nobody is thinking about it, but it's like same wear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just what's the purpose of doing it? You know, the purpose of that song, that video, you can hear it in the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the issue because when Lil Kim came out, Lil Kim's whole vibe was sex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sexy, as I like to call it, P raps. She,
I thought she was
her,
gonna say the word and be like, "Excuse me, Sheila."
no, no, but she was I ain't gonna say she was the inventor of P raps, but
She was definitely
she
part of the inaugural
right,
team.
right. She definitely was on the team of starting P raps, and now P raps have gotten to a point where
Speaking of, I
we got
watched the
sexy
video
red.
by the new P rapper. Well, she ain't new.
Who?
Meg the Stallion. I was watching a documentary
Yeah,
this morning.
man. I'm just saying,
I
like,
gotta finish it.
but the difference with Meg the Stallion is she can really rap about anything.
Mhm.
But that's not here nor there. Talking about DJ Envy and his
Envy and Gia need to be ashamed of themselves. I couldn't even watch the video. It was just too cringe and
man,
inappropriate.
it's very
It,
like
what made like I kept seeing people say Charlamagne needs to give Envy Donkey of the day, and I was like, I don't know what happened. What happened? Then I saw something. Then I saw something like the beginning snippet of him on FaceTime with Lil Kim, showing Lil Kim his daughter, and I thought it was just like a picture.
yeah,
But then it went into the whole video, and
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, my and that's the thing for me. It's like it's fine to like if y'all all agree to say, hey, this is what we can do.
Mhm.
I don't have no issues with that. But don't put it out in the internet, knowing who you are,
Mhm.
right? Because like you're a famous person, and then knowing that,
That's true. In the wake of the Diddy case, it makes you think about people's motivations.
right. My thing is like, yeah, you have fun for Halloween, but you gotta look at it from a standpoint of people ain't right in the world.
Mm-hmm.
People gonna have like it's certain consequences for certain things, and somebody's gonna look at that and be like, that's a predatory behavior.
Consequences and repercussions.
Man, but yeah, I think that was bad taste, you know. Her dressing up as Lil Kim, I don't have a problem with.
It's one of those things that you could have made because they had one of the other daughters be like Aaliyah from that video.
Yeah.
Because they had like the little dance sequence that was
Aaliyah was
going,
in that video?
yeah, that was going on in that video.
Yeah.
Um, but when you look at it from the standpoint of all the ways that you could have done this
Yeah.
without doing that, it's like nobody sat there and thought, hey, this might not be the way to
This may
move.
not look right.
This might not be what we supposed to do.
Because it's fun. It's you making a video of a song that you like and stuff like that, and your kids probably like it, and they of course they've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? You're a DJ, so music is a big part of their life.
mm-hmm.
So I that's why I'm like, I get it being the choice of thing that you do, but my thing is the circulation of it because man, we just don't know people's intentions.
Right,
Like you have to protect your children at all costs.
right.
If it like as a parent, your job is to make sure your children are able to grow up without uh without problems as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And with the best care that you can give, and I just that was a clout thing to me.
She could have been so many less. What does that say? Female rappers.
I don't know. Oh, that's a SSS. I don't know.
I don't know.
Have I just say what you trying to say, man?
Put some double spaces in between each letter. We're a little slow over here.
Me. I'm a lot slow over here.
Man, sometimes I be like, I called your mom one day. I said, did you drop the baby on his head? And she said, I promise I didn't drop him. But one
Oh,
time he
sexy.
did.
Nah, I never would have guessed that. High five.
She was like, one time he fell off the bed, but I didn't drop him.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
I mean, it could have been, but again, if you wanted to do Kim, the video was literally just dressing in the colors
yeah,
of that particular part of the set.
yeah.
She could have had on a lime green t-shirt and shorts.
Again.
She could have had on a all like a red shirt and some red pants. She didn't have to have on a red bathing suit with cutouts in it. It's just, there was other ways to do
Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's definitely other ways to do it. And like I said again, I didn't have a problem with them doing it. But the issue comes is like you circulate it throughout the world
it. Mm-hmm.
and it's no gain for you. You know,
Yeah.
you don't gain anything for actually doing that. Um, or whatnot. It was something else that I
Oh,
wanted to talk about.
Sharon asked a question earlier that
What she
I
say?
forgot to answer, which was about us with Jack and Glenn. Yes, that's the plan. No, we haven't talked about it.
It's always the plan. We hadn't talked about it yet. Yeah,
That too.
that too. Again, I didn't have a problem with the video. It's just the circulation of it. It's like, bro, like you can't do that.
You had
I
something
watch
else.
way too much Law and Order.
Not Law and Order.
Yes, man, way too much Law and Order, man. Do 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 do.
Oh, the other thing that I added in here is election day is Tuesday. Y'all go vote if you haven't already.
Oh yeah, go vote. My mama said something funny. She was like, "I'm gonna go vote on the 6th." I was like, "Man, you gonna be the only person in line."
I ain't gonna. You are the line.
Polls are closed,
You the dot.
lady. That's too funny, man. Yeah,
The only other thing that you haven't here is Christmas already, and we already talked about that.
yeah.
So I don't know if you had something in your brain being Brian.
I did. Something came up and I couldn't remember what it was, but it's all good, man. Well, it looked like we hit all the stuff that we was gonna hit. I gotta watch this Megan Thee Stallion documentary.
Yeah, I'm probably about maybe 20, 30 minutes into it. And then Quad told me it was time to go downstairs.
Yeah,
He
thank you,
was like,
Quad.
he basically was like, Dad's waiting.
Thank you, Quad.
I voted on the 20th. When will they stop sending these
I
political
don't
texts?
know, but I thought they was gonna stop when you vote.
Wednesday.
I ain't got an offer to work.
You know what? I thought that I wasn't getting them anymore,
Yeah.
but my phone is auto putting them in the spam folder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I know, leave me alone, man. Don't call me. I done got 2 surveys. Tell your friends to vote. I do.
See, I found my spam folder, and all of these except for one
Yeah.
is is folks, it's Kamala Harris. Hi, I'm Melissa.
What if they use they like screen names? I'm fat booty 39.
Remember who
Keisha, it can't wait.
who was the guy? I think he was in politics that was using his same email address for like the
Oh
porn
my
sites.
goodness. He was using what?
His email address from and screen name from the porn sites to like hold on,
I do not know
politician
anything about
on
that.
porn sites.
or
I'm trying to
Ashley,
Google
no
it.
man needed, independent, Watkins.
Oh, the guy for lieutenant governor in North Carolina. We talked about it. Said he was a black Nazi on the porn site.
Oh, Mark Robinson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
He
what I
running
was
for
saying.
something, ain't he? Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he still in the race?
I don't know.
Hopefully they don't vote him in. I think he North Carolina.
Remember to vote. I promise you, I've heard about it. I just like these people running. So many people have knocked on my door, like the Jehovah's Witnesses, like I told y'all the first time.
Man, I'll be like, bro, come on, man, leave me alone. Then you see people in your neighborhood, like the other day we saw them people get out. We like, who is this in the
First off, y'all, it was a unmarked white van, and like 10 dudes jumped out of this unmarked white van with highlighter yellow, like I'm doing community service yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, not yellow, orange.
Yeah.
Hoodies on. And we like, what is going on here? Because it was like they just parked in the cove and just jumped out.
Yeah. Like,
and our house sits in the middle of 2 coves. So we see them and we're like, what is going on? And one of them, they started walking this way and nobody came towards our house. They all had vote across their back. I was like, let me close these blinds because I'm not gonna answer the door.
You're like, man, come on, man. I'm glad Ring is what you said, man. You hear me? But no, man. I just it's like I appreciate you saying to vote. I appreciate you, making sure canvassing and everything like that because the not so much the people, but the history behind voting. It really got to me. I really paid attention to it this time because usually I vote, and a lot of it is encouraged by Artika, but for some reason this time I kind of paid attention to it more for my own,
Yeah, he voted without us.
and I felt like a really big boy voting without you guys. It's like let me go work out because I worked out that morning, and then I went and voted. Um, but just thinking about like poll taxes that they used to have, because I saw like a quick video of somebody talking about it costed them like $2 to go vote, and that wasn't what the white people were doing. And a lot of times they didn't vote because $2 could go a long way for them. Back then, a lady had hers on her receipt of her poll tax on her shirt, and it's just like, man, and I'm sitting up here can do it for free. Can just go early vote and just do it. So
I really do. To piggyback off what he was just posting, he said, "When are we going to have candidate education? Like I don't owe you anything. You on my TV begging." I really wish that there were better forums for the candidates. I know that in our community, there is a lady who has tried to get the candidates that are running for, because we live right between like three small cities, for lack of better words. And the lines are very weird as to what's what city. And so she's holding like these um or she was hosting these community events where she would invite the candidates out. Sadly, some of the candidates wouldn't show up. But like I had said on a previous video, people get on here and they talk about why they're the best candidate, but why they're the best candidate has absolutely nothing to do with the job that they're applying for.
man, if I ran for something, I'm literally is gonna run like
Maxine Shaw.
Maxine.
Y'all
Y'all
know
know
me.
me. We're gonna have a good time.
Based on social media, the candidates know what we want. They just don't want to give it to you. That's true. And I think that we need not just the opportunity before we vote you in office to hear your actual platform, and not just something that you and your team have put together where you're not answering people's actual questions.
I think when it comes to people trying to get my vote and they have a platform that they're voting on, I'm more interested in the how do you
Mhm.
plan to do this?
I've tried not to be that person this year, but I've really been wanting to ask people, if you're undecided, what could sway you?
Yeah, like that's
Because the two candidates,
like I liked it
if you said
when
that I'm not going to vote, okay, I could get that. But if you're saying I'm going to vote and I just can't decide between these two people,
yeah,
what's the hang up?
yeah.
I'm missing it. The candidates are lazy now. Most don't have a plan. They just want a position. I think that's been the case for a long time. Like even going back to living in Memphis. I know you're not in Memphis anymore, but you Memphis adjacent. A lot of these politicians have been in office for years, and that's all it is. It's like people being in unloving relationships. What do we have? All these years. That's it.
How much do they get paid to do it?
It depends on the position.
Like, cause
A lot of the positions though, like the further down the ballot it is, the less money they make.
I tell
That's how I look at it.
I tell people to vote, just in case the cannabis stuff is on there.
Yeah. We should be discussing policies. I don't care about all this identity politics. Making history is not impressive. That's very true. But the issue is, a lot of the time we specifically black people, don't really care about the policies. We care about you being the first one to do
Man,
XYZ.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I ran for something, y'all know me.
But
We
you,
gonna have a good time.
in this community, you wouldn't be the first black person to do
Yeah.
something.
No, I
Like
think
to take whatever office it is, because it ain't nothing but black people out
yeah.
here.
It's like, man, for me, right? The way I look at it, because we have the Republican and Democratic parties that are the main parties,
Mhm.
and we they're like gangs at this point.
They are
And the
gangs.
problem that I have with the whole thing is if you choose to be one or the other, there's no getting along.
Mhm.
You know, you everybody say we always voting for the lesser of two evils. Somebody got to do the job.
We can't just have nobody in this
Right.
position.
Somebody has to do the job. So and you're not gonna like everything that this person does, or even appreciate.
I think some of these people finally, black people specifically, finally demanding policies is because now we are feeling like we deserve to be here.
Yeah, we're
And I don't
feeling.
mean in the positions, but like we're paying our taxes, we're buying these houses. Like we deserve to have someone in our community that cares about our community and not just give us whatever they want to give us.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that I look a lot usually when it's time for an election. I spend a lot of time trying to understand, especially when we have addendums,
Mm-hmm.
or they're trying, this homesteading exemption has been
Mm-hmm.
going back and forth a lot too.
Yeah.
It's like trying to understand the language, because of course how they write it with the yes or no, it's like, well duh, I would want that, but what is the implication
Mm-hmm.
behind my yes or behind my no? Because that's what we're missing.
Yeah.
We're just like, y'all gonna give us more money, well at what cost?
Right. 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 And
Like
and that's the thing is he said we still in hell, but I don't look at it that way. Like for me, it's who do I feel like is a great leader or who would be better at the
who is the
job?
better leader?
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of great leaders out here, but a lot of great leaders are not trying to do that work.
Yeah. But it's also too. I can't wait till this thing is over, man.
Says the person who has CNN on right
Like
now.
because I can't. And it's for me, right? It's the antics that I'm looking at now,
Mhm,
and it's like we're getting out of a era of time, which is Trumpism,
mhm.
and
We're out of
we're
Trumpism.
getting out of it. If he loses, we'll be out of it. If
Mhm,
he wins, we only have 4 more years of it,
mhm,
of him.
mhm,
Then things have to change at some point, you know. Uh, but it's the antics for me that I'm looking at,
mhm,
because the jokes are writing themselves. And these antics are interesting to me because it's like, man, how are you able to get away with that stuff? Because I always look at Obama as my standard, right?
okay.
Obama had to be super inward and
Mhm,
perfect as a person could be.
mhm,
He had to be that in the public face.
mhm,
And I'm like, it's so much stuff that Trump is allowed to get away with that could not
mhm.
happen,
No, absolutely.
you know. And it bothers me, and it's just like, where do we go from here? Like, because our political face or challenges or whatever you want to call it has changed drastically since then.
Mhm,
And and now it's interesting because every day is something.
mhm.
You know, every day of Trump's presidency, it was something.
I saw a transgender for Trump ad. Man, that doesn't make
That
sense.
don't even.
But isn't Caitlyn a Trumper?
I don't know.
I think so.
Huh? We'll scratch it, man. We'll go upstairs and scratch it. Just go up there and scratch it. No, but it's just a crazy situation, man. I'm just like, hey, man, let this be over so we can enjoy the rest of the year.
Yeah, Caitlyn
and
is a trumper.
and then hope January 6th don't happen again. But you have to look at certain things when people be like, "Man, I don't think this is a good guy for the picking." You got to pay that attention. But anyway, enough about politics, man. I'm finna get off this thing because Princess Tiana has come down and told us that her leg is itching. So, with
Mhm.
that being said, guys, go check out our Married at First Sight review. It's up now for episode 3. Um, leave a comment in the comment section. Um, what else? Something else. Something else. I'm working on some editing videos, but be truthful, man. I'm finna shut it down for like a year.
Right after he agrees to 100K,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
like, by the way,
By
I'm
the
going to
way,
be busy for the next
nah,
12 to
this
18 months.
right because I'm starting to study for the CPA exam, so I need you guys to hold me accountable. Uh, like everybody, I need this is for us. This is for all of us that support us and everything else. Cause man, it's I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's super scary for me because I don't know what I'm walking into.
Right. You
And
got
I
this.
struggled with when I took the ACT. Um
not, not
yeah,
back to 11th
yeah,
grade.
yeah, 11th grade. I struggled with that. And that was a big test for me too. So you know, y'all just say a little prayer for me. And I promise I'm gonna do my best to make you guys proud.
You saying it's like you about to go away to war.
Man, I feel like it. I feel like it. No,
I,
but I'm
I
gonna
ain't gonna
try,
be around too much no
man,
more now,
because
y'all.
my plan, right? The guy that I like talked to about this, and he my mentor, but he not.
He's
He,
your mentor friend.
yeah, right, right. But I told him my plan. He said, "No, that's not enough." Like, yeah, no, like I had it planned out to the T. He was like, "Nope, that ain't what you need to do for this." So I had to go back and really look at everything, and time
Hmm.
is my biggest thing. So
Oh, y'all can be each other's accountability partners because the LSAT was a beast too.
yeah, I ain't never
I
tried
remember
that.
my college roommate. Um, I remember her studying for the LSAT. We got a job together. We never worked at the same time though. In our college's Panhellenic building because that was the quietest place on campus
Yeah,
to pay you at night.
yeah.
And she would just be in there until midnight, 1, 2 o'clock. She would like still be there after her shift was over,
Hmm.
just like studying.
But yeah. So that's on my plate next. So I'm gonna try to get everything edited and out and still post and stuff like that. But if I start looking crazy and stuff like that, y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know me. Uh,
It's gonna take him about 3 days to finish an episode of Married at First
right,
Sight
right,
going forward.
right,
He's just gonna have to put a pin in it and be like, next week,
right, right.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, something else. But yeah, man. But yeah, be on the lookout. If you haven't followed our pages, go follow our pages. Everything's in the comment section or the description. Go follow our pages. Help us get to 100K on my page and on August Love Story and Artika's page too. What else we got? That's it.
That's it.
All
That's
hearts
all.
and minds are clear,
Uh, Are you a deacon today?
and we out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Where's Quad?